Well, hello everybody. Well, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever feel what's your purpose in life? Or have you ever felt how can I write or how can I project all these ideas in your head? Your desire, your dreams, your goals, your objectives throughout your life. Well, my space here, my sanctuary, is a good place for you to rediscover yourself, rediscover your identity, because 24 hours, Monday to Sunday, you are living in your life, doing activities, thinking of, feeling certain ways. But have you ever thinking, hey, I need a space, I need a sanctuary, a home, an island where you could just sit down, relax, thinking about what is actually the purpose of your life and how can you process all these thoughts into something that will benefit you in the long term. Because if you consume and consume and consume and consume all these medias, written or visual, and it's a very distracting world. It's a very annoying, noisy world. You are bombarded every single day with that. So my first point is for this heart-to-heart channel, if you can take my word for it, is to provide you with a place and a time to understand yourself, to talk with your own deepest goals, deepest ambition, aspiration, or it could be imagination, and any other deepest aspect. It's not a psychology channel, but it's something that I've been thinking about in the last maybe 15 years. What kind of outlet for me to discuss this? Now I will be speaking in English, but I would definitely speaking some part in Indonesia. The second part of this channel is to actually create a clearer image of what is going on inside your mind, what is going on inside your heart. It is the starting point of every single thing that I want to share and I want to discuss with you within this channel. So basically, this channel is the I would say a clear picture of what's going on inside my mind, my heart, and I would really hope that this could be a clearer picture of what's your mind and what's your heart. I mean, this is supposed to be a place for a deeper discussion, deeper connection. In the beginning of the episode, I would start to discuss about things that I really, really passionate about since I was a childhood. I was passionate in mostly drawing cartoons, drawing comics or Japanese anime, if you can call it. Reading mangas. It's a Japanese mangas. So I would definitely also discuss to you about TV shows, movies. And as the episode progresses, I would definitely discuss things that I discover to be my interest personally. For example, business and investment and financial. Well, it's sort of different, two different worlds, but in the sense that I want this to be a place for me to connect those two worlds. So it is not necessarily gonna be like a psychological and philosophical channel, but it's also more of an entertainment. You could say it is part of everything that I've been wanting to discuss, everything that I want to talk to to people, I think, most importantly, and to myself. And the things that I want to ask to you personally, and how would you interpret these topics? I would love to use this opportunity to say that it's such a long journey to come to this point. And since I was a childhood, to just give you a background to where I came from, I wouldn't call myself a very different person, but I was more like a polarizing person. I was a person who either you hate me or you love me. There's no in between. I'm growing up with a set of mind and a set of heart that is not yet refined. And when I grew up meeting myself, meeting other people in family, friends, and in later life, which is co-workers and professionals, I'm beginning to understand myself. I'm beginning to understand the world around me, and I'm beginning to pick up what it is actually my strength, what is actually my weaknesses. But I would say that the turning point that shape a general construction of my own mind and heart would not occur until I reach young adulthood. It's between maybe the age of 25 to 29. And in those periods, I would beginning to understand of who I am as a person, and what can I do for myself, and what can I do for other people. The reason I want to make this channel, which leads to me making this first ever episode, is to be able to speak out, to be able to share what's the thought, what would be the feelings that I have, what would be the passionate, emotional, but also logical aspect of interested topic that I really passionate about. So in the sense that I wanna this first episode to give you a sort of a background of who I am to be, and I'm still not sure whether I'm going to use video and audio visual, if that makes sense to you. I really want to make this first episode is just like a very fundamental aspect of what would be the channel look like. And if you want me to put also a video base, I would definitely willing to listen to your opinion. But I'm making a firm decision. Maybe in the next couple of episodes I would not use a video. I am quite interested in discussing things that I really like, but at the same time I would also like to listen to what are the response people think. It's not that it's not the first objective of this video, but I just wanna understand where you came from, what is your life background, what are the things that you really like to talk about, what are your passions, what are the life stories or topics that you're interested, something like that. If you are a person who is not really sure whether you are an introvert or extrovert like me, you maybe are not keen enough to post your response, that's okay. But if you are a person who is feeling safe to publish your voice and in response, maybe you can reach my email. My email is, I would say it's a business email, because maybe at this time I want to share to you only a business only contacts. That is fixfund.id@gmail.com. That is fixfund.id@gmail.com. It's a business email of one of my businesses and from there maybe you can share your life stories. If you only want me to, is the person who is just listening or reading, you don't want other people to listen to you, that's fine. And lastly, I felt like I need to discuss about a very important thing about the third aspect, which is the final aspect of why I believe that we need more channels or in YouTube or podcasts in Spotify that focusing more on this, because I'm not a person who thinks that physical, mental, and even spiritual aspects should be ignored. And I'm not the biggest fan of people who say that, hey, just ignore this aspect and focusing on watching, consuming this drama or this horror or any other topic that is too, in a sense, that too humane, if that makes sense to you. But I want to make sure that if I can be a person who started this, or if I can be a person who is a part of community where you like this kind of topic, that is extremely an achievement, success for me. Because I think that in this country where I live in, Indonesia, or maybe other countries, we need more channel like this. We need more podcasts like this where we can just actually explore a very important fundamental aspects of being a human. Is to be able to find our true identity and the true purpose of our life, and just to live it. And in meantime is discussing topics that us interested in it. And I believe that there are many and just more young millennials or maybe late millennials who enjoy this kind of topic. I believe it. I do believe that many people will enjoy this because prior to this making of this podcast, people are constantly love to talk to me about these kind of topics. It is something that is natural. It is something that does not need to be taught. When you sit down with people, you start talking. It's either one, you're talking about your life, and the second one, you're talking about things that you like. Especially you're talking to people that actually you found comfort with. Could be your siblings, could be your best friends, could be your mentor, something like that. And I just think that, hey, maybe we could make this into a form of a channel. We could become a substances for what this channel could be a long-term growth for this channel, right? So I am thinking, hey, yeah, there's definitely a huge market for this, and that's why I need to make this channel. And I am maybe going to close this because I believe this is already about lasting more than 16 minutes. And believe it or not, I did not make any script because I just want to say something that I think that would be the starting point. I think this will be a good starting point. So I felt like I need to speak just purely what I feel and what I think, and I don't need to script for that because I'm just talking to you, person to person or person to a group of people, of a group of men and women. So I'm going to close this by saying that you are loved, and your efforts or your actions will never be forgotten, especially if you do good karma. And I just want to feel like I want to say that if you in your life rarely receive the kind of compliments like that, I just want to be the person who says that don't ever let anyone tell you differently. You are loved. Each of one of us is unique, and no matter how bad life can get, if you have hope, if you have great faith, if you have peace, if you have even a slight bit of love, you can not just survive in this world, but you can grow, you can be fruitful in this world, you can do so much things, you can impact so many people. No matter how dark your past is, no matter how weird your character is, learn to understand what is your strength, what is your weaknesses, what prevents you from growing, or what actually is your competitive advantage. As long as you think about that, maybe every single day, you always have things to be thankful. And let me also be the one who reminds you that you can do many things. That's, I think, would be the closing mark, and it's closing towards 20 minutes. So to all people who actually like this content, I want to say appreciate for your time, and I will be seeing you on the second episode. Well, see ya.